bet. All right, so look, I got us on the raid on Spaceport. Is that cool?
Yeah, wherever you want to go, man.
Okay, okay.
And are you going in with a loadout, or are we just gonna go in with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
free
yeah.
one and see? Because we are gonna try. I think we're gonna try to get some photos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure, for sure. I would love to be taken through the process. You know what I'm saying? I'm always the type of person yelling at my mom to get the camera. So, um,
We can go a free loadie, or we can roll with something basic too. I can let's roll with a kit.
oh yeah, I
I
say we
don't
do
know what we're
basic.
gonna swing.
I say we do
Yeah. Okay.
basic. You know, I'm gonna bring my gear. If we get attacked, I'm okay. This was you know,
Yeah, I don't care.
it wasn't my loot. It was just my turn. Um,
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna bring some stimmies
Alright.
too.
Okay.
So I got. What do you usually put in your kit? Like, what's your like go-to kit? But like when you start doing the photography.
I
and
mean,
everything.
when I'm rolling solo, I mean, it really depends on what you're willing to lose, right?
Right, right, right.
I like actually going in kitted because I like to still play when I'm doing it. Like I don't
Yeah.
go in just doing photos. I mean, sometimes if I'm like really bored or something like that, maybe I'll just
Mhm.
do some photo runs or something. But I mean, I like making progress too, so it's only really one slot in my inventory that camera takes up. So
Yeah.
I always roll with it with me no matter what. But
You're
yeah, I mean, mainly I'm mostly like running with an anvil, maybe a stitcher, and then
okay.
just got my ammo, some stims, and then the basics, the rest.
Okay, okay. So you're a different kind of war photographer. You know, like so
I,
you're,
I bring in I
you're on
bring
the
in the
front
heat
lines with a
still.
kid. Yeah, you're on the front line.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
the
And
photographer.
the way I see it too is like the deeper and the deeper you get in the trenches,
Yeah.
you can get some really cool shots too, because you get to learn how to sneak away from a lot of situations too,
Yeah, yeah.
instead of like choosing to commit to that fight. You can I retreat a lot because I'm just doing photos. So if I'm fighting with them, then I got a team to fight with. But rolling solo, I always actually bring at least one, whatchamacallit,
Defense.
the lure grenades.
Okay, okay. Got you, got you.
So because that really gets you out of those situations. So if I'm doing a quick run, one lure grenade is enough to get a rocketeer or some stuff off my ass, right?
Oh, okay,
um,
got you. Yeah, yeah. That's
yeah,
actually
I
not a
don't
bad idea.
I don't choose to fight everything. Secret grenades are also really fun solo too, because you can just pop the things out of the air pretty quick. And depending on the map you're playing,
Yeah.
Buried City is so easy to get away, right? You just hide in the houses, whereas Blue Gate, you're hooped out in the open. So
Yeah.
it's the maps really give you different play dynamics too, with how you're doing your photos, if you're doing runs or whatever you're doing, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah. So what's your favorite map to like photograph on?
man, I don't know, I've been feeling Buried City lately. That one's just got really cool map biomes, especially with that blood red sun. And
Yeah.
they've just got zip lines and cool spots. And I would say Blue Gate's the least amount that I do.
Yeah.
And then, I'd probably
You're
say,
not messing with the countryside? The countryside.
it's kind of just, they don't have enough different map biomes of, different times of day. And
Yeah.
it's, if I'm going to do Blue Gate, it will probably be like a night raid, or, the lightning storm, right?
Ooh, okay,
Um,
okay. Have you
just because, what's that?
nah, have you done like any cool shots in the lightning storm? I know you got one where it's like seen on Instagram, it's got like a little motion to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that
that
one was
okay?
that was the thunderstorm or whatever, the electricity
Okay,
raids.
okay, okay.
Those ones are cool, but you got to be moving around a lot, because that lightning likes to just smoke you all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Makes for
yeah.
cool photos though, but
Yeah, it's not fun when you
yeah,
get hit.
Dam makes for some pretty cool photos, because you got the dynamic sunlight and whatnot. So
Mhm.
Dam and Buried City for sure.
Now, how do you feel about like the cold snap? What about the cold snap? When they have that?
You know, I took some photos in Cold Snap when it first was out. I
Yeah.
haven't got much into Cold Snap since they started putting it out again.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do have some photos lined up to be released for that. You know, they make for some super cool photos too, with
Mm-hmm.
all the snow on some of the raider outfits. You can get some pretty cool
Yeah.
dynamic scenes with that. But the night raids are cool with the moon too, and the light sticks. You know, it's funny. No one really uses the light sticks,
No, no, no. I was
but
never a big fan.
yeah, right. You know, and when you throw them down, they don't last long. So
Yeah.
they're like kind of really ineffective if they're supposed to be used how they're meant to be, because that light stick should, signify that you've cleared that room and not fade out within a minute. So,
Oh,
they're
I
kind
didn't
of
even
pointless,
think about
right?
that. Bro, that's actually a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
They gotta buff the
yeah.
light stick. That's what
Yeah,
I'm here.
so like if you're really using the light stick for what it's worth, like
Yeah.
why they disappear? So, technically, if you're using it to clear rooms and where you
Yeah.
keeping track of where you've been, they're kind of pointless because they just burn out really quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody said they love the light sticks. Yeah, it sounds like we need a buff on the light sticks. So we definitely got to get with Embark Olsen and ask him, when's the next light stick update?
Right?
All right, all right. So like, if you don't mind, while we're running around, I guess like when you get into the map, walk me through like your process of like, what are you exactly looking for with this map condition? What's going through your mind as far as like, what do you want to photograph, or do you like kind of let it come to you? How does it work?
Yeah, man. So it really it's all random. I'm not going in with duos or trios at all.
Yeah.
I'm always doing it random. So, when I load into a raid, it's totally random. Just the place of the map biome, everything. Sometimes I meet people like right out the hop. Sometimes I don't meet people, till I'm heading out, right? So
Yeah.
I kind of just roll with it, man.
Okay. Okay.
If I've got some shots in my head, I might
Yeah.
I might go for those, but other than that,
I'm definitely
it's
missing.
totally random.
Yeah. You don't do family photos, do you?
Oh, I'm down for family photos.
I got a little one back in Speranza.
Yeah, you get the gang after the matriarch is killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just start running, man, and if I got a vision, I'll go for it.
Okay. So it's never like a pre-planned like shot list or like, oh.
No, man, not unless I'm treating it, like a, through a branding perspective where I need to get this done for this post, right?
Yeah.
Was that literally someone that just ran in front
We're
of
friendly
us?
guys. We're just chatting it up, man.
Yo, what's up?
Sorry, we're just shooting that turn. Sorry about that. We didn't want to scare you guys. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do you think about this area? Do you look for like good lighting?
Yeah, man. I'm just, it's
We're doing it. We're doing
Guys,
an interview right now. I'm interviewing one of Speranza's most famous photographers right now. Have you ever heard of SperanzaFrontlines?
I don't think so.
Yeah. This is him right here, man. He does photojournalism and art graders. You guys should check him out on Instagram.
What's up, boys?
That guy doesn't like photography.
They're just like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
That guy was like, okay.
The silence.
Yeah, the silence is right. He's like, have you seen any light bulbs? Yeah. If you guys go look up, everybody, if you look up Speranza Frontline, you'll find them on IG. You got an Instagram as well? And you guys can kind of follow along with the conversation, see the person we're talking to right now, see his work as well. All right.
Here, stand right here.
Okay, bet. Gun out? No gun out?
Put your gun out.
Okay. You want the anvil or the stitcher?
Go anvil.
All right, bet.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just get a little snap. Just get a little pose, you know.
Okay.
Oh. There's a little a fireball behind you here. 1 second. Let's get him aggroed.
Okay. Hold on. My bad. Switch it back to the anvil. Is he coming over here?
No, he's just. I'm surprised he didn't come over here.
Now, how often do raiders get hurt during your photo shoots?
Man, there's so I've got a couple funny stories. Let's try to get this thing over here without it rolling too far.
Yeah.
I want to get it like rolling up behind you. All right. Run.
All right.
Come to the grass.
All right, right
here.
here.
There, yeah. Stop.
Is it coming?
No.
Oh, hold on.
He's shy.
Oh, no.
Turn around.
Wait, do you want me to turn around now? Should I?
No, just stay there.
Okay.
He's not even. You gotta get hurt.
I gotta get.
But yeah, how many have died? You know, I've had a couple of guys. They've just like fully like biffed it.
He's coming, bro. He's coming. Oh, did you get the shot? Did you get the?
Yeah. Sick. Yeah, man. So some people, like, you know, when they're not really well versed with the game, when they start just getting into those stress situations where they start getting hit, they panic.
Oh yeah.
And so you know, I've had guys like just commit on a zip line and they just go down, and then you just see a poof in the distance, and you're just like, well, sorry, bro.
I didn't bring a defib.
Yeah. So I bring defibs now, but some guys, it's so funny, man, because you just hear them go like, oh shit.
Yo, you ever seen? All right, so let me show you this real quick. I'm pretty sure they didn't fix this. You can get into this room without unlocking the door. Just hide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just in case, you know, you ever want to like protect yourself while you're looting.
Yeah. Okay.
Some guy showed me that. Yeah. This is. You know, this is like the map that I usually this is like my resource map, all right? So I tell people arrival and departure are like, you know, Walmart and Target.
You know, man, I rip up research and admin on Dam, or I hit up Stella.
Oh,
I've got nothing but friendly lobbies in Stella, and the loot is crazy.
Oh man, you know what's crazy though? What's also like fun about that is like Stella, especially solos, it's actually a really good fucking time. You would never know it's the Stella in multiplayer.
No, I still can't figure out the map on Stella.
No?
Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It just messes with my head so much. I don't know why.
I had freaking.
Here, let's get you standing down here at this doorway.
This one? Okay. That. Want me to walk in like I'm creeping? Or just...
yeah, just walk in slowly.
Okay.
With your gun out, yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Move to the middle more, so you're gonna walk over that metal platform.
One more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do it one more when I'm closer.
Okay.
Okay, once more.
All right.
And once more.
All right. I got you.
So now the big thing, that's good. The big thing with my photos is coming in versus how these PC players are doing it is they're able to clear their HUD with F10, right? So you know, they can easily go through the binoculars. You know, if you want to show your followers right now too, here, take these.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're on PC, so you're gonna just use your binoculars. Here.
All right, let me put them in my quick.
I'll stand up here.
Okay, so I'm using it.
Yeah, and then the second you let go, you're gonna see that HUD clear for just a fraction of a second.
Okay.
You see how the HUD just what? Yeah, you see that? So there's that split second.
And you gotta press F10?
and
oh.
Yo, what's what's up? We're friendly.
Oh, wow. Bro, that's actually really,
Yeah.
okay, we can clear with F10. So that's, wow, this is how people are doing it? Oh, it's so much.
So you clear it.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. It actually really is pretty easy. It actually really is pretty easy on like PC like versus console. It's actually very easy. That's what's up, bro. All right.
Yeah, you're a prox. So on PC, let's go this way. So on PC, you can just easily clear the HUD. Now on console, you can't do that.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's get you a stand right here.
Okay. Oh,
So on console, I can only clear the HUD when I release for that split second. So do you see how crazy that is? That I'm literally taking these photos in that moment to get that. Oh, do that again.
I got you. I'm gonna hit this emote.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm literally hitting these photos like a real camera, right? I have to release the trigger for the HUD to clear to get that clear HUD on console.
Okay.
Or else you get the overlay with the graininess and all of that, right?
Yeah. Now, now is it like I know you like told me about you planning on getting like a PC and things like that. Are you looking at anything specific or?
No, man. Honestly, with how expensive RAM is and everything nowadays, it's actually crazy.
Brother, my reticle disappeared. Is that like a glitch? Bro.
Your reticle disappeared? Crazy.
I got no reticle. I got no reticle.
Now you're full clear HUD.
I am definitely full. Oh, that's probably what's happening. That's what's happening. I gotta press F10 again. I gotta press F10.
Oh, because you have your HUD fully cleared.
Yeah. Oh my God, that scared the hell out of me, bro. Oh my God. All right, that's never happened. So
yeah.
I swear I'm not a noob. All right.
So yeah, with like how expensive all the RAM is and shit.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy how expensive computers are.
Yeah.
So I really do want to figure out a way of how to do that. You know, whether that I monetize some of my photos or whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
I do want to put out a merch line. I don't stream.
Okay.
Yo, what's up?
Friendly,
I don't
brother.
stream. You know, I've got everything to do it, right? Because I'm a photographer and all that. So.
Friendly, we're good, boys. We're just doing photos. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare you.
We good.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, RAM is pretty expensive. Oh.
Oh fuck! Don't come up there.
Oh,
that's bad news up there. Bastion's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So RAM is super expensive, man. So you know, I want to figure out a way how to get a PC, but you know, we'll see what that looks like. I don't really know much about PC, so don't go up here. I think I'd need to spend about 2,000 Canadian to get a PC that would be good enough to.
You want me to go stand in front of the matriarch or the queen, or is that too?
Is it up right now?
Yeah. We're actually on the map for it right now.
Okay. Let's get up here and see.
Yeah, see what's going on.
What's going on?
What was I about to tell you?
Got a spider on your face.
That that RAM is definitely freaking expensive, man. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
so I mean that is the plan, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping they figure out a cheap way, like a cheaper way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like that's coming soon. Like that has to be. These guys are in trouble. Should we save them?
Well, I mean,
should we save them?
I don't got anything to take out that rocketeer.
Do you need help? Would you like some help? Come over here! Come over here, brother! I got you! Hurry! Come! Come, brother! Brother! Oh, them secret grenades are not hitting anything. Oh, I think he just might be a dead raider. Why are they shooting at this guy? Oh shit! They fucked him up. Now, how they
was it the other team that hit him up?
Yeah, the other team hit him up as he's running from the rocketeer.
Oh shit! So those guys aren't friendly.
No, those guys are not friendly. Those guys are not friendly. They killed him in cold blood.
Is that It's towers they're shooting from? I
Yeah,
didn't see where
launch
that came
towers. They're
from.
shooting launch towers.
Okay.
Hydra, we're doing an interview right now. Just to let everybody know, the person that's he's in my stream title, SperanzaFrontlines. Definitely give him a follow on IG. Definitely give him a follow. He's a photojournalist and our Arc Raiders photographer in Arc Raiders. That's doing some dope work. So we're just discussing his work and things like that, and we're taking photos. So I'm getting, you're gonna see my photos later, from the great Speranza Frontline. So it's gonna be pretty cool. We got some topside gladiator photos out here, coming soon. But yeah, so one of my homies said you could purchase a PC and pay monthly. That's also an option too. And I think that's probably what it's gonna lean into. Like for people
that's
who are gonna
what
have
I'm
to
seeing
lease
everywhere.
It, yeah, you're just gonna have
that's
to.
What they're doing, man. They're leasing it or financing it. But I've seen some pretty shitty prices where it's like,
bro,
you're locked on for a year and you pay off the computer in 16 months. So it's like, you're getting really screwed on that end of the deal.
That we need to get down too.
Let's
have you ever killed one of those?
I haven't done the queen, no.
No, you never killed. Oh, dude, it's like an adrenaline rush, brother. It's serious. Yeah.
Here, turn around. Look at me.
Okay.
Look off to the side, up into the sun.
Am I looking at the sun? Is the sun that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Oh, I thought I was falling. Whoa.
Oh shit! You scared the hell out of me, man.
You're good.
Anything for the shot. Be careful. You are on the edge.
I'm like falling, but I'm not going. Okay.
I got a zipline and I got a defib.
Do your emote again.
I got you, man. One more time, or you good?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like with, real photography, you either come in with a planned shot or you go in with just random, if I'm planning them, I'll bring in some blaze grenades and, some fireworks and all the whole 9 yards, right? Or glow sticks. Yeah. But the environment is so dynamic everywhere that you get at some really cool spots.
Yeah. Now, do you think I know they didn't intend for the game to be like a photography game, but like the structures, do you feel like they cater to a lot of good photography?
Yeah, and I don't know if that just comes from, good map development and design, or, if that's, they had any, I really don't think they had any desire for this photography thing to happen. I think it just kind of happened naturally, right? I mean, I don't think they expected, people to be going around pretending that they're like, news anchors and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So, they're kind of like, just like Grand Theft Auto, like when it went, huge online, did they really think that people were going to be role-playing like this?
Yeah.
And with it getting this big, so I think it's just, it's kind of all natural. And being I'm turning 37 or 38, I don't even remember. I was born in '89.
Yeah.
And, I haven't seen a game like this get traction in a long time.
Right.
Like it's been, like I think, Destiny was pretty big and all those games, but they never had this cult following behind it. Like they never had, people making music left, right, and center, and merch and photos and like literally everything that's involved in what's happening in these lobbies is so cool. I'm not into Fortnite, but, I don't even think Fortnite really has this culture either of the photography and news interviews going on and just like literally everyone role-playing in this game.
Nah, I haven't seen it. Oh, it looked like they've already took off some pieces, which is pretty good. I mean, I know we got a team in the tower. I mean, somebody's getting attacked by this lady. I'm interested to get close. I know this is like dangerous. Oh yeah, they're fighting it. Let's see. Oh.
Does it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they shoot it from tower.
They're just sitting in tower, just chilling.
Yeah. They're waiting for this team to finish this queen. Might as well get us a queen core out of it. Oh wait, is she smoking? Oh yeah, she's smoking, brother. We might get us a nice little queen kill right here, bro.
Can we move closer, or is she going to?
We could talk to these guys and see if they're down for some help.
Oh, dude, I have the sickest idea for a blaze grenade. We can't do it solo.
Oh, we're good. Watch out for those. That's fire. I'm listening to you. What we got?
Watch this. So I'm just gonna lob this, okay?
Okay. You want me to I'm still good right here?
No, just
Oh, that looks like it's coming my way. Maybe. Oh nope, I think we're good. All right.
These guys might be.
They're committed. If they pull up, I got you.
I was gonna say they might be coming closer. I don't know.
Nah. He's in the tower. I just seen him.
Was it that far? Okay.
Yeah, that's that far. This queen's almost dead too.
Okay, so can you go stand by this car?
With this one?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
I don't know if this is gonna work.
We're gonna help.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this over you.
Okay.
Just stand there.
Okay.
Oh, I can't get it. It basically, we need someone else to help us, but it does like a rainbow over.
Yeah. Watch that queen. She's not friendly. I think that might be coming towards me. All right, I think, yeah, dude, we might actually get a queen kill right here, brother. I mean, that'd be awesome if we actually do this. That's coming towards us. Napalm.
You don't got any heavy ammo on you, do you?
Yeah. I got 28.
You do?
Yeah, I can make it work.
I didn't think we were gonna be taking out a queen.
No. Everything is just unexpected topside, man.
I'm gonna push it.
Yep. Come in, moving towards you. We're coming to help, boys. We're coming to help.
Yo.
Oh, she's vicious right there. This is crazy. This is a little insane. Hey, guys, be careful. You got... Almost there, we're almost there.
Oh, that last shot.
Oh, no, the lava. Oh, the lava can travel. Oh, yeah, watch that lava.
Oh, what?
Oh my God.
Yeah, fuck.
Hold on, I got you. I bring extra heals for stuff like this.
Sick. Oh, she's like over top of us right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's like, we're in the middle of this thing.
Oh, we need help, boys. Oh,
shit.
Watch the lava. I got more heals. Oh my God, this is pretty crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait. Do you need heals?
That's a bad spot to be in.
Yeah. Go ahead. Get back. I got you. Holy shit.
But yeah, man, like that for stuff like this is why I bring in, I didn't bring in a full loadout because I didn't know what we get with the PvP aspect, but
yeah,
it's why I like bringing a kid in is because,
I think
actually being able to do shit.
So I think we're good now. Oh God damn, dude, she is. We could just hide. We could just
Yeah,
hide.
well, we only got
Let her-
two
let her be
minutes
aggro.
here.
Oh,
Dude, we
shit.
gotta get out of here.
Oh,
Do you have
shit.
a hatch key?
I don't. Hold on.
Okay, we're fucked.
Are we?
Yeah,
Are we fucked?
we gotta get out.
Let's go. Let's go. I didn't even realize the time.
Me neither.
Yeah. We may be a little bit fucked. I don't know yet. I think this bitch is chasing us. She is chasing us. I got you. Keep running. I got you. I got a stimmy. I got a stimmy. Oh, you got stims too.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Keep careful. The arc is just on the right of us.
Yep. She's about to fire. Oh, she's a meanie. I'm not liking her too much.
Oh shit, Rocketeer might see us.
Where?
Okay, we cleared Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't think we're gonna make it.
I don't know yet. I'm about to find out.
So yesterday on solos, I pressed the button at just a couple seconds left, and we waited for the extract to come, and it didn't come. It didn't open.
Oh no.
The timer went away, and we just died.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know if that's an update that they did or it just glitched out on us, but
what was I about to tell you? This might be a good close to the episode. Like just to like the raid part of the episode.
oh, bro, I don't know. Are we gonna make it?
I don't know. Hopefully somebody like hits it. Maybe like the team like that was with. I didn't realize the time, bro. Time flies when you're having fun, man. That's crazy. How did I not realize that?
No, we can't make it.
No, we're about to find out.
No, we're hooped.
It ain't over till it's over, brothers. Until that last bomb drops in 20 seconds. Yo, I'm assuming that other team probably had a hatch key. I think this is it.
Yeah, we're hooped.
Yeah, this is it. It was good times, man. I appreciate you, brother. Tell my wife I love her. I definitely don't have this covered in insurance.
That's hilarious. I didn't think that we were all the way across the map. That's a crazy spawn for last extract.
Yo, no, that was my fault. I was not paying attention to the freaking time, dude. I'm like sitting there chatting it up, like the photographs and everything. Like, this is after the raid. Me and SperanzaFrontline, we already spent some time doing the raid and having great conversation topside. And this is, the part we dive a little bit deeper into his work and kind of figure out, his vision and what he's been doing inside the game as far as like building a world within a world with the use of photography that I find very, very unique. I find it very, very interesting. And I believe you guys will too. And, hopefully this conversation shines, a lot more light on, what's being the subcultures that are being built within the game. So just to go briefly over the, episode 0, if you haven't seen it, it's out on YouTube. We're just talking about discussing, developers building the game and players like kind of taking that game and building the world. And we're with SperanzaFrontline. If you haven't followed him, make sure you guys give him a follow on IG. He's one of the photographers, I'll say, at the forefront of like this movement that's happening within the game that I'm really, enjoying seeing it take off and actually get some light shined on like people creating art with the use of other art in the game. And I think that speaks a lot to like the type of game that the developers had created that inspires, people like him and things like that. So with that being said, one, I just wanted to, kind of go over like, how did you first find Arc Raiders?
Yeah, so I found Arc Raiders, when they first started doing those release trailers,
Yeah.
however long ago that was. I was, I was waiting for a game to come out for a long time. There was just nothing. I actually had a PS4 for a long time, and then I bought a PS5, and it just sat there because there was just no games to play on it.
Yeah.
I was so bored, and nothing was coming out. So really, the second that release trailer came out, I was like itching for that game to come
Yeah.
out. Because yeah, I was deep into the Division 2
Mhm.
when the Division 2 released, and nothing really just did it for me after that. Destiny was okay, it was fun for a while. Call of Duty's Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
the new Battlefield was just a total flop for me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't turned it on since Arc Raiders came out, and
Yeah.
it's just that Arc Raiders is it for me right now, and I think it will be for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of really what got me going on everything with this, is that I've got the time in the evening to play,
Yeah.
and so I just started posting photos, and here we are.
Yeah. Now, what was your first impression of the world like when you played Arc Raiders?
It was, absolutely cinematic. They nailed the maps in this game. There's very little games that I can think of where I actually enjoy, for the most part, every map. There's a lot of maps, especially in Call of Duty and
Yeah.
Battlefield, where you just like you can't even fathom playing that map another round, right? You're just like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Arc Raiders really nailed it with that map, because they all play differently. You have to move differently on every single map. Your play
Yes.
style is
Yeah.
different, which really ultimately I feel that you kind of build your loadouts around the map too, right?
Yeah.
Buried City, there's so much cover, so you can hide within the buildings.
Yeah.
Whereas Blue Gate, you're out in the open unless you're underground, right? So
Mhm.
the game, to me, there's so much beauty behind the biomes, with the sunsets, and like the fire suns, or whatever you want to call that one.
Yeah.
The fire sky, and they're just all, they
Yeah.
nailed it.
Yeah,
They
yeah. And
absolutely.
I love how like even I know we got like map conditions, but like the map weather, or the design of the map kind of changes. Like it's not like the same repetitive thing like every
Mhm.
single game. Like going back to like Buried City, you got it when it's like a nice sunset, but you also have
Yep.
it like when the sand is just like very windy. And I
Mhm.
feel like
Mhm.
it does like they did a great job of not making the world like too static. And each
Well,
time you
and
like
it's
load in
small
there.
things that they change too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but during those map conditions, the zip lines are placed differently, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, yeah. There's zip lines on Buried City that are only during certain times.
Really?
So yeah, it's
Okay,
it's
okay.
cool that they kind of switch little things up like that too.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't think people really notice it until they start playing that. And
Yeah, a lot.
this game is so much map knowledge too.
Mhm.
It's especially when you get into the PvP, map knowledge is huge, right?
Yeah.
Because every section of the map is essentially a small PvP map. So to memorize it all is huge.
Yeah. Now, when did you start taking photos in game?
So yeah, it was a ways into the game. There's the mission you unlock where you get the binoculars, and I did that mission, and I didn't really pick them up again for a long time. And when I did, to be honest with you, I looked at them and I was like, these are stupid. Like,
Yeah.
they don't really do much. I'm on console, and you can't clear the HUD. So when I was looking through these things, it was just gritty texture over, a binocular overlay. And I was like, what are you going to do with these except like, spot people or arc in the game? So
Yeah.
I didn't really think much of it. And, I was taking screenshots in game too at the time,
Mhm.
just not through the binoculars. And then, there was Grant, when his Instagram blew up, I started following him when he just had very few followers, and those couple of reels that he had that just took off,
Yeah.
just blew his account up. But when I saw his first big reel, I was like, there's like something here for sure,
Right.
because like look at the environment, these screenshots we're getting, and then we can literally go into Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever program you use to edit, and you can apply this to what these digital photos are. So
Yeah.
that's really where I started to see it. And then I would just play. I was playing every night anyways, so I just continued taking my screenshots, but I did it through the binoculars. And I saw a way to clear the HUD for a second
Yeah.
on console. So I found this little workaround where I was able to get these types of photos.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Um,
also seen and this is for everybody too who's on console. Um he actually has a video up on YouTube that I'll definitely link into this video, where he kind of goes over, his process and things like that, as far as like how to get like some photography on console. It's a very informative video, very detailed video. Um I wanted to also like get into, now like that we know like why you chose like photography over like the traditional gameplay. Like, what are you usually looking for like when you're framing a shot? Like the light, mood, story, tension, like what's going through your mind as far as like when it comes to your shot framing?
Yeah, man, kind of everything that you just explained. Like I said, I go in fully solo all the time. I haven't gone in with any of the people that follow me or any of that. So I'm always going in solo. I'm always totally randomly meeting people, and that's what really makes the experience for me too.
Yeah.
Going in with someone, you're kind of like planning it out. You're more like trying to get the shot that you're after, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you're going totally random, like you just run into people. So, if you're hanging out by a cool spot that is something that you want to do a photo of, then it's really cool to just kind of rope those people over and be like, hey, let's do this photo. And then they're either like, are you gonna kill me, or
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
super down with it. But at the end of it, they're always like super stoked, and they enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
And they're always, yeah, they're super down with it. My experience is, I'm probably about around 200 hours topside,
Yeah.
and I've had mostly positive experiences even before I was doing these photos. I've never got it ratted out on extract
Yeah.
before. I've never had any crazy stuff happen. I've heard people tell me stories in raid
Yeah.
about like some wild stuff that you're just like, that person
Now,
has some issues.
yeah, people are getting like when it comes to like the rapping situation, people do get very very creative on how they
Yeah.
choose to rap. Now,
So
like I does it add to like for you and your experience and you're like trying to do these photographs, does it like add to like the tension and things like that for you, or it's like kind of like no pressure on you and like when you're like taking the photographs?
it really depends. I mean, like I'm always confident that I'm in a friendly lobby for the
Yeah.
most part, because that's kind of how it's been. But I always go in with a kit.
Yeah.
I'm always actively, for the most part, making progress in my game. The camera's only one extra slot, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm not worried about one slot. So I'm always rolling with the camera. So I'm always literally in the front line, playing the game. And I believe that allows me to move a lot more freely as well. I'm able to get out of like super sticky situations. It just allows me to look at the game differently instead of always engaging.
Yeah.
I can choose to run away and just take off. I'm just
Yeah.
doing photos.
Yeah.
Um, so it really depends on how I'm feeling that night, right?
Yeah.
But I'm usually always making progress. There's a time where I was just kind of getting bored. Like I had all my coins, I had everything done that I really needed to get done. So I just found myself like running around too. So I was like, well, why not just keep getting coins and doing stuff and helping people
Mhm.
and take photos? And you'll see that my photo style is more gritty and
Yeah.
just a lot different than some of these other ones that you're seeing. That's partially because I am on console. I don't have the graphic capability of where I can get these 4K images and have
Yeah.
PC graphics. I'm limited to the console graphics, so I do play with the shadows more, and I
Yeah.
make stuff pop differently, and that's also where that gritty style kind of comes from, which that I really enjoy being able to do that, because I
Yeah.
can't do that with my own personal work. That wouldn't translate well for my clients.
Yeah.
Some of them it would, but it would just be a very niche, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where this I can just be fully creatively free, and
Yeah.
and I can just do whatever I want.
Now,
So,
with that being said, like, how does Arc Raiders like feel different visually, like from other games?
you know, I think it's got like a size aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
They really make the map feel very large and everything large, but you can still travel across the map in a reasonable time. I feel like you can go from one side to the other side pretty fast comparatively, but
Mm-hmm.
you're still in such a large scale map with these arc. I don't know if you've seen the making of this game. There's a YouTube series out,
Yeah. 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 I like.
but it's
Yeah.
absolutely incredible how they
Yeah.
made it with the how they did like the matriarch and stuff, and like how
Yeah.
they have weights to everything, and it's like actually like I think it's all physics based from what I was remember, but it's wild, what they're
Yeah.
doing. It's
I
such a cool game.
like when I watched that series, I like what I really enjoyed about it was um and that I enjoy about gaming. I love the design theory. Like when they, started to talk about like, because one of the things I
Yeah.
really enjoy about like design is, especially when designers really get into it, is they become very, very intentional about like a lot of the things that, are getting put into the game. And it's like, not wanting to waste space, not wanting to waste like, inventory or anything like that, or even like how they constructed the maps. So I think that like their design theory, which is like you said, it is a great series to watch. Their design theory, I really enjoyed getting a look in that. Now, do you feel like the game like gives you permission to like slow down?
In what sense slow down? Like when I'm
Like
doing photos, or just the way the
just
game
in
is
general,
built?
just the way the game is built.
Yeah, for sure. And everyone's, used to the fast-paced shooters and
Yeah.
everything like that. It's not like you're getting, ran up and slid on and,
Yeah,
around
yeah.
a corner and blasted with a shotgun, and you're just like, "Oh, okay." It's not like that. You're not wall running and all this,
Yeah.
at the very most movement, and the tech is, with the whatchamacallit, I think of them.
What
Not
game?
what's that?
I said what game?
No, in Arc Raiders, the gun that you use that
Veneta?
zips you up.
Oh, the snap hook, snap hook.
Yeah, the snap hook, like that's the fastest movement you're gonna see,
But
right?
even that, you gotta go through that animation, and then you gotta
Hmm.
like there's that animation to actually switching to your weapon, which like
Yeah.
I mean, if you're used to the game by now, like I feel like mentally, like what goes through my head, especially like just speaking on like a situation like that, is you have to factor in like the second that it takes to like switch to your weapon versus
Yeah,
like
well, and
yeah,
the third person aspect changes so much of it too.
yeah,
And I don't know if a lot of people have see it or they play Battlefront, but really, man, look at the design by Star Wars Battlefront, and then
yeah.
look at Arc Raiders. It's
That's a
like,
good. That's a yeah,
it's very close.
yeah,
um so the third person, I'm here for it. I love the third person. I like the way that it works in the environment, and it just gives you a different feeling of the world also, that makes it feel that much larger, I think.
yeah.
um
Yeah, and I
You
think
know, it
it's interesting enough like seeing like what you're doing and like even like hearing you talk about it. It's like it sounds like the game isn't like just something like you play. It's like something like you're studying like at the same time. Um as you're playing the game, and you know, I feel like that also plays into not just your connection to the game, but like a lot of people's connection to the game, because you don't have a map that's always up that you can look at. So you have to, and I think we touched on this earlier. Like you have to have like map knowledge, and things like
mhm.
that. You have to remember those things.
Or even
Um,
just landmarks, right?
yeah,
Like
landmarks.
if you're
Yeah,
not, if you don't know the map well and you're not wanting to pull up your HUD all the time, then if you're remembering landmarks, that's
yeah,
another thing of map knowledge. And it makes you wonder, like, how much did these developers you know spend when they're making these maps, right? Like, because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
some of the placement of of the lines of sight and everything, like how far in depth do they go into that
yeah.
when they're building such a large scale map?
Right.
Because every section of the map is essentially a small PvP map. So,
Mm,
they probably work on each building, get those done, but like the lines of sight, every peeking corner, everything,
yeah,
it's just it's wild once you really think into like all the possibilities of what can happen
yeah.
in this map.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, do you do photography or creative work outside of the game?
Yes, yes, I do. That's what I do full time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this just gives me a creative outlet for me to do stuff that I can't do, with my personal work and my own brand. And I think it's really cool because, being in this photography realm and building an account on Instagram with photography and videography is hard.
Mhm.
There's I love doing wildlife as a hobby, and when you break into the wildlife on Instagram, it's like, who do you want to pick to look at, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So unless you have this account with this massive reach, it's so hard to even break through. And um, with this, it's just like I've been able to find this niche that people want to see. They clearly love the photos,
Yeah.
and the engagement is just through the roof. It's like it's nonstop.
Now,
And so
yeah.
it's really weird to be in this digital realm, and it's just a straight business. My Instagram for my personal stuff and my work, that's a lot of like connection building and stuff. That's what I
Yeah.
use that for mostly. But this, I can build it out, and people, the engagement is through the roof with like literally everybody. It's you
Yeah.
know e- everyone has a career and their hobbies, and all of these people are coming to art creators. And so
Yeah.
getting photographers, car people, musicians, like you name it, they're all playing art creators, and they're in the creative space, and they love all of this, and they see what this game has to offer. So it's really bringing these people together that are in this community. So
Mhm.
seeing all of these professionals, because I'm getting a lot of people reach out to me, and some of these people, they do really cool stuff, and it's cool to see these creators and photographers and
Yeah.
videographers and all of these different types of people
Yeah.
bring their real life work
Yeah.
into this video game, right?
It's starting careers in inside the world
Well, I
in
mean, look at
Speranza.
this right here,
Yeah.
like after the raid, like
Yeah.
it's such a solid name for a podcast. And
Yeah.
not only are we talking about the game, where we're in raid, we're playing, we're talking about the culture behind it.
Yeah. True.
It's a whole movement, right?
It
And
is.
you have
Yeah.
so many people that you can bring on here and talk to about all of this type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
it's
you're right. You're right. Now, does your real life perspective influence like how you shoot in art graders?
no, because this is what's really giving me the creative outlet, is allowing me to do whatever I want in these photos, right?
Right.
So, I mean, camera theory doesn't apply in this video game because we don't have real cameras. So, really the only thing that I'm taking creatively is, lighting and composition and what really stands out to the human eye and what really gets people's attention.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where I come from with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you bring a part of yourself into the game as well? Like when it comes to
I,
your
I
work?
love I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. I do like a lot of consulting. I used to be a chef back in my previous career, and so I always loved talking to people and just meeting new people.
Yeah.
My work allows me to work with people around the world too and make interesting connections. And so I love networking. I love hearing people's stories.
Yeah.
Everyone's got something so cool and unique that they have to share with everyone. So yeah, I love the social aspect of it too. I know a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people say that they don't run into people with microphones, or in past games you don't run into people with a lot of
Yeah. Some
microphones.
people are
But
shy.
in my
So-
experience, it's like I'm always in prox chat.
yeah.
I'm always talking to people, and I've had a blast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the game wouldn't be what it is without prox chat either. It
yeah.
really wouldn't. And I keep it open party.
Yeah.
I find that PC players do have better setups. For the most part, they'll have
Yeah.
a microphone at least, whereas console players,
It's hit or
they're
miss
less
sometimes.
likely, like depending on if they have a headset or if they even want to turn it on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now, does like this world allows players to express parts of themselves that other games don't?
for sure, yeah, absolutely. Because it's like that whole social experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're playing a game where the person next to you can literally just shoot you and take all your loot. So, and I really believe that, because we know how these lobbies work
yeah.
and what they're doing, I do believe that it really comes out on your personality too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're
You feel-
if you're just like a shady, sketchy person, like you're just gonna get these weird lobbies. I have people message me and they're like, I hate this game so much. All I get is like ratted and killed, and then I look at their Instagram and it's like, okay,
they're
I'm not
ratting
gonna
and
make a
killing.
comment.
They're
I'm not gonna make a comment here, but it's like, so it's really interesting in that sense that what you put into the game is really what you're getting out. And
yeah.
it's like, I don't know, it's like when you're just good vibes, you're getting good lobbies.
Right. 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 Right.
And but I do hear though, I don't know how much truth stands to this or whatnot, but after wipe is a big indicator of how you play too. So I think they said like the first 15 rounds after wipe or something will have a
Yeah.
big role in how your lobbies play out, because that's kind
Oh,
of
well, that's a good
how you're
point.
coming in at the very beginning of the wipe again,
Yeah,
right?
because we got like what 9 days for the next expedition, or 9 or 10
Yeah,
days.
but and then a lot of people forget that once that expedition opens, there's still that launch window. So
Oh, that's
we still have that 7 day
oh,
launch window.
dude. I
So
wish they would just. I mean, but maybe it's just me being impatient, and I'm already ready to go like in the expedition and things
I
like
know.
that. So I'm just like, just send me off. You
I,
know?
I, I wish that you could just send it off, and then it just takes all of those resources
Yeah, yeah, just yeah,
and just like let it wipe your inventory. I don't
yeah, yeah,
care.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
just like let me keep playing, and I'll just like do a soft wipe, right?
yeah, 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 like something like that.
So yeah,
Now,
but I'm here for it because those wipes, in my opinion, it's gonna be the long-term investment, right?
yeah,
Like
yep,
if you're playing the game and you're actually wanting to play the game long term, like the
yeah,
wipes hands down are gonna be what makes your progress really noticeable later on. Like when you're 5 wipes in and you're starting at like technically a level 26,
yeah.
that's huge.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I'm interested to see like how they continue to add on like the benefits like because the benefits have. This would be my second expedition. The first one, it was
Mm.
cool. The second one, to see it stack. Oh, I'm so excited, man. I'm excited, and I was surprised that they did 5 extra points again, for
It's
this
going to be like that
expedition.
every one, I think. Like if you really think about it, think of how many wipes that is, because how many skill slots are there? Is there like 175 or something? Is that
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
total is?
yeah.
So
Like
I mean, like
points you could use. Yeah,
that's a lot of wipes if you think about that, like how
right.
long their wipe period is,
Yeah,
and then how long it's going to take to max out that skill tree if you ever can.
yeah,
That's a lot of wipes.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah. And now,
so
just to get back to your work, did you expect like other players to like care about your work the way that they do? Because I know you said your account has like grown, in 30 days, which I think is amazing. Like what you've done in 30 days, because to get your account to like 2K in 30 days, that somebody put it like,
3K.
oh, 3K. Oh, yeah, my bad. So they get it to 3K in 30 days. I think that says a lot of volumes about people. So did you expect like players to care about your work the way that they do?
Yeah, man. So I'll kind of give you a quick history of this account here.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I started this account a month ago, like 31 days ago. I had some photos, already screenshotted that I went and edited, and I was like, you know what? Let's just make something cool. Let's
Yeah.
see it. Let's just throw something at the wall and see if it sticks. Like let's see what we got here. So I started posting a couple photos. They started getting some traction, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I can see that there's something here. I've been on Instagram for 5 years with my other personal business, and making connections and trying to slowly build that account up. It looks way different doing that with my other stuff, but I played the game, so I know what it looks like, and just
Mm-hmm.
the interaction and the feedback and just everything overall, I could see like, okay, there's something here. It's slowly building, and then I think it was like day 4 or 5, I had a little bump that gave me a bunch more followers, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, there, like, there's something here. And keep in mind, like, I just, this just started as just a fun little, this was a side project, passion project of me to
Yeah.
just get another creative flow going with some other sort of work. And it just kept growing and growing, and then the engagement kept coming, and then it's like you almost unlock these levels of when you're at 1,000 you get a little bit more, and then
Right. Right. Right.
it just started coming, and then
The next thousand
um
becomes easy.
yeah, and then like I did my my 1,000. So to give you perspective, I started my $1,000 or my 1,000 follower giveaway
Yeah.
like last week, because I literally just hit 1,000 followers last
Yeah.
week, and it ended on Friday, so like 2 days ago, and that was for my 1,000 follower giveaway.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna do it at like 2,500, maybe just like a fan shoot or something. And then I was like, okay, I'll probably do 5K, because 2,500 is too fast. So
Yeah.
literally in the time that I finished the contest, and within a day after the contest ended, I was at over 2,000 followers. So
Wow.
yeah, and then fast forward yesterday, I have this photo captioned. Your followers can see it in the general chat. The Space Jesus photo,
Yeah.
and you can prompt that up on the screen if you
Let
want.
me see.
And
So we got.
when you do your edits, you can prompt it up on the screen too.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, so I had the Space Jesus photo I posted a couple days before, and my account was going off pretty good. I was getting good traction. I was on the way. Honestly, I was on the way to like 250,000 viewers. You can see the viewer count in your profile in the last 30 days, or your reach, I should say.
Yeah.
So I was expecting like a 250,000 reach with some decent numbers on my posts. And keep in mind, I'm doing all photo posts. There's no reels, so it's just photos. Instagram favors reels heavily, so
Yes.
I'm building this off of just photo posts. And It just kept coming and coming, and then yesterday, like another gate just opened up. The Space Jesus photo just started fully cooking.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was at 17,000 views yesterday, and today, 24 hours later, it's at like 78,000. And that's just one post. There's a
yeah,
couple of them going off right now.
yeah,
So, literally within yesterday morning at 9 a.m. to this morning at like 11 a.m.,
yeah.
I had over 1,000 followers in the day.
Wow.
And I'll see my analytics tomorrow, but that account is probably at over 500,000 views reached in the 30 days.
No,
And
that's
like
amazing.
I was showing some buddies who've grown big Instagram accounts who play the game, and they're just looking at this and they're like, dude, like that's wild.
Yeah, because
the
it's
the
just
growth
mind
the
blowing.
growth is
It's mind blowing.
insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
Like
right now
who would
we're
have
we're
thought?
sitting over 3,000. After this podcast, I'll open my phone and I'll probably have another
Yeah,
100 followers and another 15 comments. It's crazy. The floodgates have just fully opened. So I can see the niche in it.
yeah,
Oh, and not to mention too, with all of this stuff that was happening, the floodgates just fully unlocking today. I'm I'm sitting in my living room this morning, and Topside Flicks, he posted an article on Polygon,
yeah,
did an article on Arc Raiders photography and photojournalists within the game. And so I'm literally sitting here reading this article, and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and then I see my name written in this
yeah,
article.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, what? Like, Polygon wrote an article about me? I don't even have a clue about it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
no one
yeah.
even told me. I'm literally just
They
scrolling on my phone with this Instagram account that's a month old, that's just currently blowing up, and then I'm reading this Polygon article and I'm seeing my name in it, and it's like a hard link that it says Instagram photographer SperanzaFrontline, and it's a hard link that directly goes to my Instagram from a Polygon article.
yeah,
And it's so surreal, like literally just sitting here reading this, because I'm like, what is going on? I've never had this interaction and this engagement ever before.
yeah.
So it's truly incredible, and it's like I can feel all of the vibes. Oh, someone's hopping in here.
Oh,
I can
we're
feel
doing the
all
interview,
the
brother. I gotta kick you out of here. All right.
we're doing all, like, I can feel all the vibes and the energy, man. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's so cool. And bring on the haters, because they just give you more engagement,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they just don't get it, and
Yeah,
that's
that's up to
okay.
them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
if
for them to
if
decide.
they think that it's just about getting ratted and dying, like I said, this game really is what you make it.
Right.
It's what do you want out of it.
Yeah.
This is a game, since day one you've always had to have an objective, right? Like if you go into a raid with absolutely no objective, you kind of just spin your wheels, and you're like, what am I actually doing, when your main objective could literally just be getting one sentinel core?
Yeah.
But you didn't set that objective out, so you're just running around doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's just-
it's in that way, you make of it what you want to make of it. If you want to have a miserable time, then
yeah.
absolutely go for it. But if you want to put in that energy and get it back, you're gonna get it back. And it's hard some nights, because like I said, I've got a 6.5-year-old daughter and a 17-month-old daughter, and at the end of the day, I'm fried, because I still have a full-time job in the photography and videography field. I'm
Right.
still looking at a screen all day, so at the end of the day, in my free time, I'm sitting here just fried. But if I want energy back, I have to give it to them too, right? I
Yeah.
can't just be some person that's sitting there, no mic, or just negative.
Yeah.
It's you really get in what you put
Now,
out.
why do you think players are like naturally taking on roles like this?
Because it's fun,
Yeah.
something different. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like look at Forza's pretty cool, the new Forza with the
Yeah.
the photo mode.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Some of
yeah,
the
yeah.
photos look like they're real cars and real photos. Like it's crazy. So it's really I don't know of really any other games that have really good photo modes.
Yeah.
I know they're out there. I just can't think of them right now. Um, and it'll be interesting to see like what happens when Grand Theft Auto comes out. And
Yeah.
maybe they put out a real camera in their game. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
And just to like the touch back on like some of the things you're saying, like it feels like players aren't just rating. Um, it feels like they're shaping, how the world is experienced for them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And like yesterday I met another photographer in Raid and I told him who I was and he was like, "Yo, I saw your photo on my activity feed like an
Yeah.
hour ago."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." But he loves this aspect cuz he sees what I see behind it and he sees the social construct behind it.
Yeah.
And then he's posting on his actual photography page being like, yo, like I'm playing in this game in this digital world where people are actually taking photography. And so like
Yeah.
he's analyzing it as a photographer looking at someone else's work, which
Yeah.
is
That's in
really
the
kind of
video game.
interesting
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's like, I want to do this, and he really likes the social aspect of it. So
Yeah.
it's like meeting all these people and just doing these things with them. It's not your traditional let's just go loot and shoot, right? You can still do that, but you don't have to.
Yeah. And so I find that very interesting too. And I hope he picks it up too because one of the things I enjoy outside of like just talking about it, but I also love seeing, everybody's like perspective of like what they see. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I've done, photography for a couple years. And what's interesting, I was telling my buddy this was like the thought never actually ever crossed my mind like, oh, you should take like photos in game. Like but that's my experience. The things that cross my mind is like, oh, you should create like a fake business inside the game. You know what I'm saying? So I love like seeing everybody take on these roles and feed into these roles because it's like you're getting like how you're obviously you're experiencing the world through another person's like lens, no pun intended, of like how they're seeing the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think that adds so much to the culture. Like we're becoming not just one big but a humongous like melting pot of like different people from different walks of life that are all literally experiencing this game in like a different way and consuming the content of this game in a very different way. So I find that very interesting. So but just to segue to like this next segment. So this is like the showcase segment. And I got a few of your photographs right here that I'm gonna pull up for everybody to see. I got two of them, and I'm gonna pull up my favorite right here. And let me see. And this is I got it right over here on YouTube. Um and then I'll pull it up for everybody on TikTok for the vertical. And
Yeah, and like I'll just talk about these really quick, and the engagement with these wallpapers too, like that post that you put up, that was a massive driver to just bring engagement to my profile.
yeah.
I don't even know how many phones that background is on right now. But like that, they want to consume all content
Yeah.
of our creators and quality content, right? Because it really stands out, when you're putting these intentional things out, and that that people really want to see
Yeah.
that you aren't seeing. I like my style and the way I post is because it's the second you see the photo, it just hits you like a brick wall, right? Like you're
Yeah.
seeing that first initial visual of that photo, it's make or break. You either like it or you don't.
Right.
You're gonna scroll past it right away, or you're gonna be like, dang, that's a cool photo.
And just to give
But
everybody
that's
an idea of this photograph, I'm assuming this was taken on Buried City.
that was Buried City, yeah.
Okay, okay. So it's on Buried City. This is during the time period where if you ever played during this map condition, the sun
Blood
is,
red.
yeah, the sun is very blood red. And there is a guy ziplining what it looks to be hospital with his gun in hand. So but yeah, go ahead and so walk us through, like, what's happening in this moment, why you framed it the way that you did, and what you were feeling, and was it planned or instinctive?
This one was, once again, this was like totally unplanned with this one. All my people are random, so I was just running around the map. I try to find different spots too that will look cool at different times.
Yeah.
So as I'm naturally playing, I'll try to remember these like photo locations. That's part
Yeah.
of my job,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
For my actual photography, I have tons of physical photo locations
Right,
that I
right,
do all
right.
my photo shoots for, yada yada yada. So I have these digital photo locations. So I was just running around trying to find new spots. And sometimes they're the spots where you just have to get up on a crate a little bit higher or somewhere else just to get that little bit different angle.
Yeah.
Because you can see that the zip line is a little bit higher than the moon. So if I drop lower, the zip line will be too high. If I go up too high, then
Yeah.
the zip line might be too off. So this was like a really good angle. So with this one, some random guy showed up and I was like, "Yo, can you zip line this?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So he just ziplined it a couple times. But what? Once again, with my photography, it's more
Yeah.
like actually taking a photo versus just snapping a screenshot that you're scrubbing through. Because
Right.
I actually have to release the trigger to clear my HUD, right?
Right, right, right,
So
right.
like that photo was actually taken in that split second of the moment of the HUD clearing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just hold my trigger down and then just get the snapshot of the photo when I wanted it. So in a sense, my photos in game are kind of like real photography. Like I'm actually
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
snapping a
That's what I was gonna
button.
say.
I'm just
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
releasing
yeah.
it.
Like the frame is like being captured. Like this actual frame is
The frame has to be the capture frame on that cleared HUD. There's like
yeah.
two frames. It's literally two frames. If you bring it into DaVinci, it's
Yeah.
like 1, 2, and those are the two frames without movement clear the HUD.
Yeah.
So once again, that also comes in line with you have to hit him right above the sun, right?
Yeah.
Like it can't be it can't be before or after it, because I'm releasing that trigger. So if I don't get it, I don't get it, right? I can't just scrub and screenshots. So
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
all, all of these photos are literally really in the moment,
Yeah.
because I'm running up, pulling up the HUD, and then I'm releasing. Same with the Space Jesus. In that moment, he was literally in the sun, and I let go, and that's when I got that frame cleared.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but like in real life, I do wildlife photography doing eagles. The eagles are a huge thing that I love doing photos of. So it's like that timing and hand-eye coordination is just easy.
Yeah.
The PvP is a little bit different because the way the weapons shoot, I don't know if this applies on PC as well, but when someone shoots like the anvil or any handgun,
Uh-huh.
it gets really weird looking on the screen. Like there's like a laser beam that shoots out on the floor, and there's like gunfire behind the character. It just looks really weird. I don't
Yeah.
know if you experience that on
I
PC,
think
but on console,
I'm trying to
very
think about
weird
it.
looking. So those shots just don't translate too well
Yeah.
on console is. So,
I
but
think
that's, like I said, that's why you see me play a lot on the shadows. I play on that grittiness because at the end of the day, we're topside Speranza. Those
yeah.
those camera lenses are gonna be, pitted with rocks and gravel. So I want that gritty dust on my lens. I want those dirty lens flares. I want it to feel like as naturally raw that it can be, and enhance it to the photos that I'm
Yeah.
putting out.
Okay, okay. So I'm about to pull up the next one I got right here for everyone to see. In this one, I definitely got, same list of questions. But this one I find very interesting only because if people are familiar with this one, then they know how did you capture this, and I'll describe the image for everybody um in just a moment. Let me see. Image. Okay. All right. So for this image, we have, same red sun. But this time, in this red sun above a building is a rocketeer flying, which it looks like it's flying directly at you. But
Yeah, so this photo was on a rooftop.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was once again rooftop buried city, and the best hiding spot for this is in the rooftops, literally in the
Yeah.
rooftops. So I hopped in one of those rooftops where you
Yeah.
can lift up the window.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was literally standing in the window, and I didn't aggro the Rocketeer. Once again, this wasn't a planned shot,
Yeah.
and this kind of applies, in my opinion, in real life. Some of the really, really good shots that you're always gonna get are those ones that you don't plan. They're the unexpected ones, because you just can't plan these things. Naturally, it just happens. So you're always gonna get these banger shots that just
Yeah.
happen, and it's not gonna happen all the time, and you can't force it to happen. And that's what people really want to do, is force the shot
Yeah.
and just get that banger, and that takes a lot of planning. You can do that, but it's a lot of planning. Whereas this, I was the Rocketeer got aggroed. I hopped in there, and then I saw the sun. I see the world through a lens, right? Like, I
Right.
see the composition that's literally every day of my life, where I'm in real life or in digital realm. I see these things, walking around the streets daily. I see these spots. I see the sunlight. I do a lot of cool photography work in my real job, where I work with a full scale large, he does sides of buildings. Like, he's done like a 6-story building of mural art.
Yeah.
So when we're doing this, we're literally creating a scene, we're building a set, we're doing the makeup on the people, we're getting them dressed, we're getting them exactly how we want them positioned, and then I snap the photo with the exact lighting, everything perfect,
Yeah.
and then he takes that photo and he puts it on a mural, and he does his work. He uses a spray gun, and he literally throws it up on the side of buildings. So I'm trying to get him so hard to do a mural of art creators, because he does it
Oh,
on these
yeah.
big platforms. He
Yeah,
could do
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 9x6 or something like that piece of uh, sheet of material,
Yeah.
and then he would do like a legit mural. He could take one of my photos and do like a mural on it. It would be so cool.
Yeah. No, I
But
that would be
yeah,
nice
we
when
do
it go.
really cool stuff. So like, I see this natural lighting and the way things work all the time. It's just, you live with it as someone who does photos all the time. And it's same with when you're into video, right? You're always watching videos and you're seeing everything, and you see all these streamers with these wild setups with these lights, and you're just like,
Yeah.
dude, you have endless money. Like, why don't you make this better?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's actually yes.
Like Joe Rogan, it just like blows my mind. It's like, dude, get the light off your bald spot.
Yeah, yo, you wanna know I'm gonna touch back on that in a moment. I just had this thought, right? So I was thinking, like, with everybody, there being photographers, people making music within this game and stuff like that. And if they ever created like a Speranza social hub, and
It would go so crazy.
yeah, it would go crazy, but what would be cool is if they had an addition to where when you walk around the hub, you could visit people's, like, maybe like there's a Speranza Frontline storefront,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
they could buy one of your photographs that could maybe be potentially added to their loading screen, or maybe like something that they could put in their room. And the microtransaction, of course, they'll get a percentage of it, but also like a percentage of it would go to you. Like,
Mhm, mhm.
in some way, shape, or form, where I think that would be, which I know that infrastructure probably is like super, super complicated to make, because then you have to make the transaction. What are people going to use? Obviously, they're going to use Raider tokens. and
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
how do we transfer those Raider tokens into currency for you and get it to you?
Yeah. You
Which
need a
I know,
whole
yeah,
network.
yeah, but I think that would be very interesting to see, like, again, if or once they do it, like where it becomes a social hub and there is like, or maybe like somebody's hosting
Have your
like,
photos on the wall, right?
yeah,
Like
like
as
your
you're
photos are
walking
just,
into there,
yeah.
it'd be so cool.
I think that would be, oh man, dude, that would be dope. So like, what does photography and arc raiders give you that normal gameplay doesn't?
Just the experience is so different, man. Like I say, I still play the game normally
Yeah,
most of the time. It's just when I see these moments and I see these people, that's when I can switch on to this, and then
yeah,
that's where it's like the creative juices are flowing.
yeah,
I see these spots, so it's I'm doing it all the time. It's just a
yeah,
matter of the moments and when I do it. Some nights I don't. Some nights I'm just playing PvP and I'm just messing
yeah.
around, or sometimes, or yeah,
Does it
sometimes I'm PvEing, or
yeah,
sometimes I do PvP in duos or trios with my buddies, right?
yeah, does it
I
change?
actually am a big
Mm-hmm.
PvP player.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
quite
yeah,
enjoy PvP.
yeah,
I'm super down with it. I've just been loving the photography aspect of it right now.
yeah,
So, um, and I'm also at a point right now where I like playing on controller. I played on console for so many years,
yeah,
but really honestly, at the end of the day, I do so much work on my computer, and I have for so long, and I used to play other games with a keyboard and mouse, that I am a keyboard and mouse player at heart.
yeah.
So I think I would be inclined to play a lot
Oh,
differently if I had a keyboard and mouse
oh,
too.
brother,
I
brother,
think I'd
it
do a
is.
lot of, I
I
know.
can't. So what's crazy is back when the Tech Test 2 was here, I like told myself in work, this was before RAM costs went up. I was like, I need to get a PC for this game. Like, because I played on controller, and not that it was bad. It was just like when it comes to going from your backpack to like your quick use, I knew that was
Yeah.
gonna be like a very like big thing. And like if you could cut down that time as much as possible, like I wish they had something to where it's like maybe you could connect certain items to buttons where when you open your menu and you want to put it in your quick use, it's like press, triangle or circle, or like,
Well, they did allow you, with the recent update, you can configure all of the controls on it now. So they do allow you to completely reconfigure the controls in game. So you can change anything to whatever buttons you want.
yeah,
With the Edge controller, it does give you two extra buttons.
yeah,
And honestly, that's a big game changer for me, having those two back buttons. And I don't even, it depends. Once again, it depends on how I'm playing, but those back buttons really enable to me to prox chat really easy.
yeah, yeah,
I do
yeah,
prox chat with one of them, because pressing down on your D-pad is kind of awkward when you're in mid game
yeah,
and you're
because you
like
don't know if they're
doing
gonna
stuff.
shoot. They might shoot me.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it just puts you out of the moment, right?
yeah,
So I literally flick it with my middle right finger, so it would be like the
yeah.
back right, and that's my prox chat. And then the other back button, my back L button, would be the quick use slots. So I can,
Oh,
instead
okay,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the top L bumper, I can just press it underneath in the back.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it kind of enables me to get into my quick use faster.
yeah.
um
Now,
but
what
yeah.
about like putting the item actually in your quick use? Do you just hover over the item and then it goes in there, or?
You have to, you have to, yeah, you have to hover it, but you have to use the D-pad. So you have to click with the D-pad, and it drives me nuts. And I don't know if this is like a Sony thing, or it's just an Embark thing, or it just doesn't get utilized at all. But we have this trackpad on the PS5 remote that you can't ever use with
Mm.
anything. You know, the
Yeah, yeah,
touchpad that they
yeah,
have,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you don't use for any game except pressing down on it.
yeah,
Like, why can't you use, like, in when you're in the keyboard, when you're typing stuff
yeah,
in, you can use that trackpad to slide around like a mouse. So why can't they enable the trackpad when you're in your backpack?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
then you
yeah,
could swipe on your trackpad to get in your gear, and then you could drag it.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point because that, yeah, I guess
You would
like,
get so much more movement faster,
yeah,
right?
out
Like
of
it
all
might not be
the,
as
yeah,
efficient and it might not work, and maybe that's why they don't do it. But why don't we utilize this touchpad? It
yeah,
drives me
or
nuts.
maybe like Sony can like do something too because like I know there are a lot of games where the trackpad outside of like doing
It
like
isn't
animation,
utilized.
it's just not utilized, and it's like it's such a very unique feature, and I
Hmm.
agree with you, but it's like I really outside of doing again different animations to like complete like a mini game or something, I'm never
Never see
like
it.
yeah, I'm not really too focused on the trackpad now.
Well, and all these new games, they have so many button combos, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
keyboard
yeah,
and mouse,
yes,
you've got literally endless keybinds, but on a
yeah,
controller, and you can do foot pedals, and you can literally do anything you want. But you get on controller, and it's like
you
I
become
can play a
constricted.
quarter of the game because I don't have access to the rest of the controls. So it kind of takes away in that sense too, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah. Listen,
I need to get on keyboard and mouse
yeah,
somehow.
dude, I understand. Like, I didn't realize because I've only been playing mouse and keyboard for about like since like when this game came out, like October.
3 months
And
or 4 months, yeah.
yeah, I was telling like somebody, I was like, bro, I didn't realize like how customizable mouse and keyboard was, because like
Crazy.
after you get over that like uncomfortable hump of like having to be ambidextrous and things like that, then like it becomes like really really fun, and like there is no right keybind way or whatnot. It's personalized to you. It's like what
Hmm.
doesn't feel awkward to you, like when you set up your keybinds. And like when it comes to games like this, or like now even like other games, I don't know how I would like I don't know when I would go back to controller, unless it's like a fighting game or something. But other than that, like because I have like so many like things I can map like buttons to, or from keyboard to mouse,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like any game like I play, that's like arc raiders or even FPS, I'm like, I just press two and I like switch to
Yeah.
some, so it's like I definitely
But you have
understand that.
9 buttons on your mouse.
Yeah, 9 buttons on the mouse, so it's very comfortable.
Yeah. Well, and then you get into the DPS, right? Like
Yeah,
the whole DPS thing with, your sensitivity on your mouse to in game, and it
yeah,
really gets crazy once you
yeah,
start getting
yeah.
into it.
Oh
And
my
people
god,
think you want a really high DPS, and that's really not the case.
no,
You
no,
want a low DPS. If you look at a lot of these players,
yeah,
when they're doing these swings and their snaps, they're moving a foot and a half on their mouse pad, right?
yeah,
Like they're putting in that work, and
yeah,
it's really interesting to me too, because I do a lot of video editing,
yeah,
and for one of my clients I freelance for, we were putting out like 30 videos a week that were like 90 seconds long. It was all like homesteading type of content, so it was really heavily text based. Even though
yeah,
it was in a formula and a template, I still had to get screenshots, I still had to get real video, I still had to put information in. So even though it was this little video, I think I averaged them at like, I can't remember, 15 minutes of video
yeah,
from start to finish exporting, and I had 30 of them a week. So I had to like haul ass on these things if I wanted to get them done, because really, like 15, 20 isn't that bad, but 30 really starts getting to be a large number.
yeah,
And it's a lot. So the faster I would go, the faster I could get them done. So working in DaVinci and with all these keybinds and mouse hand-eye coordination, because it's a lot of text placement, a lot of moving things around, it actually translates really well for me in video games because I work at a fast pace on the keyboard.
yeah,
So as I'm doing, the key shortcuts on my keyboard, and then mouse, I'm like clicking everywhere, clicking, dragging stuff, going to different screens. Your dexterity, you're still having to hit the points where you want your mouse to land.
yeah.
So essentially, you're still getting all of this hand-eye coordination out of it. You're just in a video editing program versus flicking around on a screen.
Yeah, man.
Same with Photoshop too. Like if you're doing a lot of graphics, you want to be efficient, you're clicking around really fast, you're doing a lot of things at once. So that dexterity like really plays hand in hand for me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I'm a lefty. I actually write with my left hand, but I use a mouse with my right hand. So
Yeah.
figure
I
that
feel
out.
like that. Yeah, I'm right-handed too. As far as like the mouse. Now, just to jump back here, this is gonna be a deep question, so I hope you're ready for this.
All right.
It might be a tough one. If Arc Raiders disappeared tomorrow, what would you miss most?
Something to do every night. Um, I don't know, man. It's if it like totally flopped, it would just be a big disappointment.
Something to do
Seeing what the cause of it was, man. Like it'd be a really big bummer if they really killed the game because they listened to the big streamers, right? If they started implementing things that
Yeah,
just didn't fit the casual player, that would be really disappointing. But if Arc Raiders shut down tomorrow, it would suck.
yeah.
And the wait for Grand Theft Auto just becomes that much longer. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I'll try marathon, but I
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
don't think it's
Did you see the
me.
gameplay? Did you see the?
I've seen the gameplay
What did you think?
before.
What did you
It
think?
didn't really spark it for me. I know they talk
Yeah,
a lot about the way that the colors and the graphics are, and that gives
yeah,
you a totally different vibe and feel out of it, and that's what they
yeah,
wanted. I'm not for Bungie stealing other creators' work, like straight up, like blatant plagiarism.
yeah.
I don't know if you know about all of that stuff
No,
that
no,
happened with
no.
Bungie, but
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
man, if you Google it, they were
Yeah.
literally ripping an artist's work off, like they were pulling pieces of his art, and it was in this game.
Oh
Like they weren't even
man.
changing
Uh,
it much. It
yeah.
was a crazy thing that was like after the first playtest, I believe, and
Yeah.
people were like, "What the heck?" And then I think it got massive. Didn't it get delayed, or they weren't sure
Yeah.
if it was going
No,
to come out?
man.
I thought that
So
had to do with the plagiarism stuff and the big thing that
I
was going
I don't
on.
know if it was the plagiarism. I remember I recall like hearing about Marathon. This was back when Arc Raiders did their tech test at the same time
Yeah,
that Marathon did their tech test as well. And the biggest thing takeaway from like the both of the games was there weren't as many people playing the
mm,
Marathon tech test over the Arc Raiders tech test. And but
yeah,
they were
yeah,
both extraction shooters, and I think the hype for Arc Raiders just became even more after that moment. And then
yeah.
after that, I think the game was supposed to be released during the summer last year,
Mm,
but I think it did get pushed back. Um, in theory, and this is just me being biased at this moment, but I think it got pushed back because I think Arc Raiders caught a lot of people in the gaming industry off guard
oh,
in a
for
sense of
sure. Yeah,
it was an indie game,
for
the
40 bucks.
yeah,
Like,
it's $40, but not only that, you have like it's a fun game and it caught a lot of people off guard. So I think everybody took their games and was like, "Oh no, we can't put
hmm
this out yet,
and
bro." Because
Battlefield was like, "Let's go for it," because this
yeah,
is like our ex studio, so it's direct
yeah,
competition.
yeah,
You know, I also want to like throw it out there because we never talked about it,
yeah.
but I really did enjoy Apex for a while,
Oh
but I
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
one of those games where I just couldn't consistently play it
yeah,
because of just the pace. It's just too much all the time to play those types of games.
yeah,
But I really liked Apex. That was a really fun game.
yeah,
And another game that people actually, a lot of people forget about or don't even remember was Evolve.
I
Some
never
people
played
hate it
that.
and
Yeah,
some people love it. Evolve was so cool. You
yeah.
played against there's a monster, so it was a PvP, so the monster was actually an online player, and the monster would grow and evolve, and you
Oh,
had
that's
the
actually
other
pretty cool.
team, I think it was a trio, you had different types of characters that had different abilities. So you had the
Yeah,
tracker, the hunter, and you had to track down this monster on this map by
yeah,
doing a bunch of different abilities. And then when you track down this monster, you had to essentially contain it and kill it. And the more it evolved, the stronger it got, and the harder it was to kill. But you could go in playing if you wanted to be the monster or if you wanted to be the hunters.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest game ever. And for whatever reason, people hated on it. It got shit on, and it never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, that game was so cool because it gave you different abilities with characters. So depending on how you wanted to play, they had the abilities. Like the tracker literally found footprints in the dirt,
Yeah.
like you had to use the abilities to find the monsters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it was
haven't
such a
played that
cool
one.
game,
Yeah.
and totally different because nothing like that ever existed
Right.
and still doesn't exist.
Yeah. I haven't played that. I think with getting a PC, I've been exploring like a lot of just weird wacky games. Like I played
Hmm.
this, I think the one game that I played that's kind of like outside of Arc Raiders was like Repo. I don't know if you
Hmm.
ever
Hmm.
seen that one. It's like a
Yeah,
like
I've heard of it.
a scary game, and that was actually I'm gonna play it some more. But that one was actually really just funny, and I think very interesting is how, like, because you got, it's a lot of teamwork involved, but like the
Hmm. Hmm.
monsters, it is a little bit of a jump scare, um but yeah, man,
Yeah.
no, that's
And then I guess I'll just bring this up too. I don't know if this is this kind of ties back. We haven't really talked about it because it's the PvP aspect.
uh-huh,
But there's no competitive in PvP in this, right? There's
yeah,
no way that they really can be. So, it's going to be interesting when they do bring the competitiveness with those
yeah,
those kill ladders that they do, because it is coming. They will have those servers where you can join those lobbies and competitively play ranked matches in your own Discord
yeah,
server. So,
yeah,
when those start popping up and there's prizes and stuff like that, we'll see a whole new competitive side of Arc Raiders too, because
yeah.
they're never going to go that way with the game. They want it
No,
to
no,
remain
no, yeah,
casual.
yeah, yeah. I think,
So
and I
the
think
way that
that's
they
the
can
way.
do.
I think that's the way. But I do see the, it's, I think it's in our, it's just human nature. That's how we evolve as raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, and you know the vibes, like
yeah, yeah,
how you're
yeah,
feeling that day when you hop on,
yeah,
or like when you're hopping on, you're just like, oh, I got to give it some energy, or you got to put something into it, or
yeah,
some days you don't play because you're just not feeling it. You
yeah,
you It's like literally like going out and interacting with people, except you're just doing it in a game, right?
yeah,
Like I said, I love people. I was in the restaurant industry, used to party and have all the fun and meet all new people. And, I'm all about the social aspect of it. Not, I don't, you know, I love meeting people in person, but it's,
yeah,
it's cool also meeting different types of people that you wouldn't normally meet on the street every day, right? Like you're meeting people around the world, or people that share the same interests as you, or whatever, right? That you just don't come across every day. So you get to have different interactions
mm-hmm,
in a digital world, right? Like we're
yeah,
almost, once that Speranza, that hub comes, if that is a thing one day, then
yeah. I
we're
see it.
kind of like I really hope that they do it better than what Destiny did. Because you couldn't interact with people online in there. You could just go stand up beside them and send them an invite, right? Like they have to do something cool with this
Oh
lobby
well,
that
yeah. No, you
it
need the
gives you
prox.
the
You need the
social
prox.
aspect, right?
Like
Like they
the
need to
yeah. You need a
somehow
chat. Yeah,
really nail it.
yeah. Yeah, 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 man. We're gonna see. I'm gonna wrap it up right here.
Yes, sir.
First, definitely want to say, thank you to you for your time, and I'm pretty sure from me and to all the viewers that we have watching, I think they appreciate your work, and I'm pretty sure they appreciate you as a person, and I'm glad they got to find out a little more about you as well. Do you want to plug your socials and everything? Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah,
How
man.
they can stay
I'll
connected.
just I'll just say it's been a total trip and a ride. This is all so unexpected. I told my wife, before I built this, I was like, I want to do something that just goes viral. I want to
Yeah,
make a really cool project, some sort of passion project. And 31 days later, I'm sitting here with this project that I don't know where it's going to go, right?
Mhm.
It's niched into art creators, so whatever that means with art creators, you know, what that means long term, because this is branded towards art creators. This is Speranza Frontline, right? So you know what that looks like when Grand Theft Auto comes out. Am I still doing art creators? Am I doing Grand Theft Auto? Am I doing both? You know, we'll see what that looks like. But
Mhm.
currently, the way it's trending and the way it's going, and the people that are noticing, you know, the creative art directors following me from Embark. I've got people reaching out for cool collaborations and stuff that they want to do within the community. And it seems to me that I know the some of the right people within this community that can make this community larger too. You know, it's not, there's no gatekeeping. We're trying to just build it up as much as we
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yep. Yep.
the stronger it is, the more, you know, the more we get out of it, and the more our creators sees, or Embark sees that.
Yeah.
um
Yep.
so, you know, as of right now, it's everything is just trending upwards. You know, people love the free wallpapers. You know, I'd like to get a platform where I'm just, you know, whatever that looks like for the free wallpapers. I want to put out some merch. I've got some really cool hoodie and shirt
Yeah.
ideas. I've got some really cool print ideas. I'm running print giveaways and, you know, fan photo shoots. You know, I'll be doing those soon. You can see behind me right there. That's
Yeah.
my actual giveaway photo. That's coming up soon here. I'll grab that here. You know,
Yes.
it's a cool 8.5 by 11 on this nice Pro Luster Canon paper, so you can, I don't think you can see it here, but you know, there's some really nice texture into this photo. This is
Yeah.
a really cool little print. So, you know, that's something that I'm giving away here soon, and more giveaways to come as we grow. But follow me on Speranza Frontline.
Yes.
Check out my YouTube if you're on console.
Yes.
Got a how-to video of how I'm doing these photos. I don't go in depth on how I edit them because that's my style. So if I show you how I edit them, then I'm literally showing you what my photos are gonna look like. So I'm giving you the tools and the tips and tricks on how to get there, and then you can use your creative vision from there. But yeah, I'm
There you
just, I'm
go.
here for the ride. I'm so stoked to see you know, get into this After the Raid podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a cool name, and you know, it just ties it all up, man. Like you can
Mhm.
literally, you can interact with the game, you can bring them on a live raid and shoot the shit, and then you're literally after the raid talking. You know, when you say after the raid, all I can think of is like two raiders that were just like fully gooped out, and they're just
Yeah.
like chilling on a couch after the raid telling crazy stories.
Yeah. 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 And
That's
that's
like what
yeah.
I visually see, right?
Yeah.
And you know, so to be able to tie this all together
Yeah.
and to get real people and bring it into the real world, because really, you know, we're in a digital realm, but are we? Because you know,
Mm.
look at the connections we're making.
Mhm.
You know, look at our relationship between each other,
Yeah.
and what we've talked about. And you know, so it's not only is this in the digital world, but you know, the real connections are being made, right?
Yeah.
And you know, your song is absolutely killing it, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
people that are seeing it is, you know, it's clear that it's also hit that mark, right? And that's when you
Mhm.
kind of can see that you're on track. And it's just, it's such a cool world, because literally, and anybody can do this, anybody
Yeah.
can do it. You just have to, you have to execute it, you have to have the idea, and you know, just
Start.
make it
Yeah.
happen. And you can't force it, you can't force it. That's the
Yeah.
thing, is it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to hear the rest of your songs,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're absolute bangers.
Yeah.
And
I
you
I
know,
will tell you
there's
this.
tracks that just go to this After the Raid, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I will
it's
tell you,
perfect.
the one that I sent you, Stealing Off a Raider, I actually we hire I'm hiring 2 singers to do it. And
Sick.
so we're gonna I it's 2 professional singers. They are working on it this week. So we'll probably hear back from everybody on Friday. But I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate your words, man. And as me and you, like you said, we've shared conversations and really just like talked about like just probably more so in awe, you know what I'm saying? Because you're like almost you feel like you're at a loss for words because you're like as an adult in like all the life that we live so far, I don't think I've seen a moment like this, nor have I ever
No.
had a moment like this where I'm like, what is happening? But I know something's here. And I think the one thing, the glue of it all that's holding it together is, going back to what you said earlier, is wanting to see like the community grow within art graders. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like when you have a purpose like that, that's not centered around self, I think that allows like a beautiful thing to blossom because regardless of like, if you're a big fan of this game, you get a lot of art creator content and you share that content sometimes off the strength of like, yo, I really just fuck with this game that much. Like whatever content I see that's like pushing that needle forward, I want to, get that out there. And I think what's happening right now is, there's people like you, there's people like Garnt, there's Arcaholics, Art Creator News, and a lot of different platforms that are continuing to push that needle forward to allow that community and create those spaces. And I hope this becomes another space that gets created that allows people to continue to expand on that outside of just a game.
Oh, absolutely, man. And you know what? Arc Raiders News and Arcaholics, those two accounts have been a complete blessing for me. Those two guys have been so awesome. They're always sharing the community.
Yep.
They're fully engaged. They're not getting, they're not affiliated with Embark. They're not employed
Mm-hmm.
through them. So
Yeah.
once again, this is people building things that they enjoy doing, right?
Yeah.
You can clearly see what Arc Raiders News has. Like look
Yeah.
at his posts, look at the quality. He's reaching out to all of us to get these photos,
Yeah.
and he's recognized by Embark. They see
Yeah.
him. They know who he is. And so, there's people that are watching all of this, and it's really going to be interesting, where does that go when they see these key players in the
Mm-hmm.
community. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's weird when people are like, oh, like you're the OG now,
Yeah.
and it's weird because it's
But you are,
there's just there's the couple of us that are known in this
Yeah,
field now,
yeah,
right?
man. Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird that we're
Yeah.
the forefront of that, like the founders of it,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's so strange to be in that. And same with you with the Give Me the Goop and the podcast. Like
Yeah.
this is the start of these things. And
Yeah.
what happens when you're literally able, like, when you reach out to Embark and you're like, yo, I got a podcast called After the Raid, and like, can someone come on from Embark, like,
Oh
you know
man, that would be. We're gonna. I might have to call you for the camera production because
right?
we
Yeah,
might
it's like,
we might have to
but
set something up like big, because I want I would love to talk to a lot of people about it because it's a phenomenon. And my curiosity, I'm a very curious person, so
mhm,
I like conversations like this. And I'm the type of person, like, I'll see like your work and I'm like, okay, like I'm more so curious, like what do you think this person was thinking? Or
mhm.
how are they perceiving the world? Because I really do like find inspiration from things like that. Or even like when you tell me your stories, and you're like, dude, like how fast your account is growing and things like that, and I hear those stories and I'm like, oh my god, like you know, like, I mean,
Well,
I start,
500K reach in 30 days off of a straight
yeah,
fresh account is
y-
crazy,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. It's not like it's not
I
a
spent
everyday
$3,
thing.
like
Yeah, yeah,
literally to fully transparent. You know, the thing that I
yeah.
believe really kicked it up a notch was the check mark. And
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
that
yeah,
check
yeah,
mark
yeah,
with
yeah.
the trial,
And this
right? So
isn't
I only
sponsored by
paid.
Meta, by the way. This is not sponsored by Meta. This
No,
is just
no,
these are just facts. These are
I
just
don't
facts.
want to feed them money at all, but really at the end of the day, from a marketing
Yeah,
perspective,
yeah,
for me
yeah,
to pay $1.99 American,
yeah.
it literally
Uh,
kickstarted my account that people have been trying to do for years. I did it in
but
a month.
I think
So,
what that caters to is like we're in like a AI age. So,
mhm,
you know, I'm not like a big, you know, person who's like believes in that popularity thing. I, you know, if I had the check mark, you know, whatever. But I think because of like the age of like where we're at in like there needs to be constant, you know, verification, and I think big proof
mhm.
of that is two-factor authentication, right?
Well, that's what I mean by having the check bar. I'm
Yeah.
not meaning by like people seeing it to
Oh
think it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a popular,
Oh
you
no, no,
know,
no. That
paid
yeah, yeah,
account.
yeah.
It's
I
like
think it's a
the
verify you.
reach that it unlocks and the
Yeah.
analytics that it
Yeah.
allows you, and just the way that the tool allows you to interact with
Yeah.
other people with the verified accounts.
Yeah.
It literally unlocks you into a different realm of Instagram.
Yeah.
So like the people with the other check marks, they'll see your stuff more. They'll
Yeah. Yeah.
interact with you easier. They're in
Yeah.
a whole different page. So
Yeah.
now paying for this check mark, you're paying for more services within the app, but it's also boosting your reach out there. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a win-win in my eyes, even at the whatever, I think it's $20 Canadian,
Yeah.
but still at the end of the day, like for a year of paying for that,
Yeah.
like it's $240.
Yeah.
If I'm monetizing this and I'm
You pay
doing
240 for advertising, right?
properly, $240 for advertising is
For
dirt
yeah,
cheap.
yeah, that's yeah
It's
on
nothing.
the
And especially for
yeah,
literally, it gives you what everyone wants, is to build their account,
yeah.
right? That's what everyone wants, is to have a good following, a good engaged following,
Mm-hmm.
and you want that quality over quantity. So I
Yeah.
don't want to like muddy my page by just shit posting stuff with just random photos.
Yeah.
I want it to be impactful, so when they see everyone, they're like scrolling and they're like, oh dang, oh dang, oh dang, and they're like, oh, and then they just keep going, right? I want them to continue to engage, not just get bored of what
Yeah.
they're seeing.
Yeah. So there we go, man. You guys, episode 0 was about the world players are building, and this is what one of those worlds look like through a lens. So thank you guys for coming to After the Raid. To everybody out there, you know, be sure to follow Speranza Frontline. Again, thank you Speranza Frontline for participating in this. We're gonna actually end the stream right here, guys. I gotta get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to get back up for work. But with that being said, we appreciate Speranza Frontline. We appreciate all you beautiful people out there. Thank you for clocking in with Rumpus Land. You guys are wonderful, man. Thank you so much, Speranza Frontline. Appreciate you, man.
Peace out.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you for
brother.
the opportunity.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see what this brings.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm always down to do more episodes.
Yes.
We can touch back and
Nah,
I'm
definitely.
all
We gotta
for
check
it.
back in. We gotta check back in, man.
Yes, sir. And we got to do like, maybe some like cool, trios and duos streams or something like that.
Yeah.
Where we just, get some full